Hi everyone, this is Kananji, one half of the Surviving Malawi team. I'm just coming in before we get started on this episode to give a little disclaimer. We did our first ever live show at the first ever Zokofest in NRC. And as with a lot of firsts, not everything went as planned. So this is just a little warning that you should expect to hear some slight mic feedback once in a while during this episode. So if your hearing is sensitive, you might want to be extra careful with your volume. We'd like to give a special thanks to Rich and Maxine Beech, the Zokofest founders, who really put out all the stops to give us the best sound editing. This episode literally traveled across continents before getting to you. So we hope you enjoy listening to it as much as we enjoyed making it. Alright, that's all I gotta say. Peace.
Hi everyone, my name is Era Mangoma, but everyone calls me Rama, and this is Surviving Malawi, a mental health wellness podcast. Hi Kananji.
Hello, Rama.
And hi Zokofest.
Make some noise. Yes.
So, as Rich introduced earlier, we are the Surviving Malawi podcast, and we are and we are a mental health awareness podcast. And the reason why we started the podcast in the first place is because mental health literacy is quite low in Malawi. So we are aiming to improve the understanding of mental health, what that is all about, and how we can have resources and approaches that can help us live a more fulfilling life, a more positive life, and that we don't always have to go and see a counselor. You should if you are interested. But point is, we try and offer solutions and resources that could help you self-start in terms of making your life better. But then we also recommend places where you can seek services. So please do indulge us. We'll be trying to have a bit of an interactive session. So please, please, please come and participate. This is a safe space, so we're going to keep it safe.
Exactly. So as Rama was saying, I think everybody knows that surviving Malawi can sometimes be a job. Mm-hmm. And so this podcast started because, we
Life
see
is tough.
mental health issues on the rise, especially in Malawi, in Africa, and around the world. So this is our little bit that we're doing to help, against win the fight against that. So
Hey.
we're heroes. We're heroes. Yeah?
We're doing the work.
Exactly. So with no further ado, Rama, what are we talking about today?
Okay, so today we're talking about surviving Malawi as a creative.
Yeah.
So
how many creatives in the house? Make some noise.
Everybody.
Everybody's a creative. I see y'all. But we're going to be talking about being a creative in Malawi. We'll go over some of the benefits of being creative, some of the hardships we face, and some of the ways that you can, boost your
creativity and
as well.
also your mental health well-being.
Yeah.
So Kananji, again, please bear with me. I'm going to need you to close your eyes.
Okay, I'm closing my eyes.
Oh, yeah. And if you guys are, please close your eyes as well. Indulge me. Close your eyes and just, tap into your imagination and think of what a creative is. What's a creative to you? Like when you think creative in your mind, what does that person look like? From the hair to the outfit to the shoes. Just tell me, Kananji, what does that look like to you?
Okay, I'm seeing like a guy with like a really nice haircut he got yesterday. He's maybe wearing like a yellow shirt, maybe some gray shorts. He's like really pulling off the ensemble. Yeah, he might be named Kananji, I don't know.
Yes, this person who is not you. Okay, awesome. So you have described pretty much the outward appearance of what you think your creative looks like, right?
Yeah.
Whether that's you or not, we shall find out. But now I'd like you to think of, if you could see a creative's mind, what do you see that looking like? What does a creative mind look like if you could just look at it for what it is?
shambles, struggle, anxiety, angst, anguish, always striving to like put out your best work or something like that. And I'm thinking of, your Kurt Cobains, your Vincent Van Goghs, those kind of people.
Okay.
Am I right?
Yeah, you're not completely wrong.
Boo.
Okay, you're not completely wrong. So when we look at creatives, I'm gonna use Van Gogh, right?
Okay.
This is the basis of how science has been going over the last couple of years. From the 1960s, research has focused on that specific thing, which is what is the relation between mental health, mental illness, and creativity. So Van Gogh being a really great example is because, if you guys don't know Van Gogh, he was a painter from Gale, way back.
A long time ago.
From way back. And his artwork is still very much appreciated in current day. But, he self-mutilated his ear. He cut off his ear. And, during a psychotic kind of break. Yeah. He cut off his ear, and then he checked himself into a psych ward. Uh-huh. After that, one of his most famous paintings, the irises, he painted that while he was in the psych ward.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, wow, this art, wow. This can only be a result of mind confusion and, mental health problems and whatnot. Yeah. So another fun fact, while he was still in the psych ward, he went further to produce 150 paintings.
What? Wait. Okay, so just like 5 minutes ago, I need witnesses. She told me I was wrong by saying that an artist has to be messed up in the head somehow. And now you're telling me this guy put out 150 paintings whilst in a psychiatric ward.
I'm going somewhere with this.
All right, I'm going to let you finish.
My gosh, Anyway, so like I said, this is what has caused scientists to look at it from that angle, right? Like you said, Jimi Hendrix, Van Gogh, everyone's like, okay, the correlation here seems to be, mental health challenges or inner demons, as some people call them, and that is producing, that equals to creativity. Yeah. But actually, as though carrying out this research, they saw that it is actually the opposite. Okay. So if what they noted rather is that the more creative you are, the better mental health well-being you have.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I am wrong. Okay.
Yeah. So the research shows that it's actually the opposite. You're more creative when you're in a better mental health space. Actually, people who have mental health challenges or disorders, they rate lower on the creativity scale. Oh. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
The science has
I need to revise everything I'm doing, right?
So you as a creative, that is also a reflection of how much you're pushing out. That's also a reflection on how your mental health is prospering. And we'll get to that. Yeah. But anyways, moving along.
Yeah. So you've told me basically about the benefits of mental health.
The connection, yeah.
Yeah, the connection to mental health and creativity.
Yeah.
Okay, but now let's bring it to Malawi. Mm-hmm. Okay, if any of you guys have been following the podcast, actually, in episode 1, we found out that there's a higher propensity of mental health issues in countries where there's low income. Mm-hmm. So you can see that. I think we have one of the highest rates of suicide in SADC.
Yes.
And our mental health issues are on the rise. Mm-hmm. So my debate, once again, is this.
Yep.
If we are suffering from poor mental health, does that mean and we said that good mental health leads to better creativity.
Yeah.
Being a Malawian and going through the Malawian problems, can you still be creative? Can you still be at any point?
100%.
100?
100%.
And 10%?
110%. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's just track it back a bit, right? We know the correlation between mental health and or illnesses, that the better mental health you have, the more creative you be, right? Yeah. So aside from that, I'll just throw out some points here. Yeah.
Yes.
Creativity allows for creating beautiful work. Yeah, we can attest to that. Looking around here, Zokofest has done an amazing job.
Give him a hand,
Shout out
everybody.
to Zokofest.
Give him a hand.
So it also helps with problem solving and dealing with trauma, dealing with depression and anxiety, and it also improves your immune system. So, it's not just your mental health that's benefiting. It's your mind, body, and soul.
And soul. Okay. So basically, what you're saying is that even if it feels like Malawi isn't good for your mind, by merely being creative, you can get yourself out of that rut and get yourself into like a solution focused.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And as you were saying, Malawi is tough, guys. Can we all agree that?
Clap your hands if Malawi is tough. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, you saw how we're talking about, creativity helps with problem solving, it helps with anxiety, depression. So in low-income countries like Malawi, where, it's kind of hard to take a moment to sit down and be like, let me focus on my mental health, because it's like you're always battling something. Yeah. Like right now we're going through a fuel crisis. So, generally what we're trying to say is if you take initiative in terms of trying to improve your mental health through being creative, then you can start also thinking of problem-solving issues within your communities or within your households or within the country. It's a snowball effect, really.
Yeah.
So if you, for example, you are practicing creativity and you encourage me to practice creativity, there's two people practicing creativity who have potential to solve a problem, right? Yeah. It doesn't have to be World War III. I don't know anything about that.
It's coming, y'all. It's coming.
But, it could be literally something like the fuel crisis, where it's like you already know that you have to go and queue up once the announcement comes up that Puma or whoever is receiving petrol or diesel, and you already know that I'm gonna spend like 5 hours in traffic, in the queue. Whether I get fuel or not, I don't know. But
so tell me again why this is
listen, relax. I'm getting there. My gosh, hey, this debate. But when you start problem solving, something I did when I was queuing up, for example. You can think of it like, I know I'm going to spend 5 hours. You're already thinking that's a waste of my time because I could be doing much more productive things. I could be at the office, X, Y, Z, but you have to be there because you have to commute, right? So you'll be like, 5 hours. Last time I was hungry. I didn't have water. I ran out of my battery power. So you can start looking at it like, okay, maybe I should set up, I should download some Netflix aspects to keep me engaged. I should, carry some money. I should make sure that I have enough water, because you really don't know how long you're gonna be in those queues, right? Yeah. But you can be prepared. Yeah. So that is a creative approach. It may not seem like the generic creative that people refer to, but it is a solution to a problem you are facing. Yeah. Because not every problem is something that we can solve as people, right? Like, we can't solve the fuel crisis. It's up to government. Situation is dire, right? So you as yourself can say, like, I'm going to get the petrol from the border, or I've got Forex, or whatever the case. But you can make a plan, We have, you'll find the solution. So you're like, I'm gonna get my money, I'm gonna get food, I'm gonna get my water, I'm gonna bring my laptop, my 2 phones. Whatever you need to keep you entertained and engaged. And you actually find that you have a much more positive experience. So it doesn't change the fact that you have to queue up, but it does change your approach and how you process that experience, right? Okay. So if you look at bigger challenges in Malawi generally, if we're looking at being more intentional about solving problems that are affecting us and getting into a much better mental space and being creative, then you can only imagine if you, me, and everybody here is like, we're going to take initiative and be creative. Yeah. We're already making some kind of difference. Right now we are making a difference, because are you guys not feeling good? Are you not? That's what's up.
So actually, that's an interesting point you bring up, because I think maybe I'm possibly guilty of that. When I think creatives or somebody who's a creative, I automatically jump to like the arts. Mm-hmm. I jump to music, I jump to painting or whatever. But literally anybody has the potential for creativity, is what you're saying?
100%.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Everyone everyone has a creative gene in them. If you just think of your childhood, for example, the things that you got interested in, whether it's playing outside or making mud houses or putting Legos together or whatever the case, you're creating something, isn't it? And that was boosting your learning experience. And when we think about childhood, we don't appreciate those things.
Yeah.
But it's like those are things that kind of get washed out of a system as we start to adult. Because it's like, I don't really have time to invest in that creativity because I need money, I need fuel, I need shelter, I need food. But it doesn't mean that it can't be a simultaneous approach and way of working through things.
Yeah.
Creativity is the answer to many of our problems. So use it, use the muscle.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna get into some creativity right now. But we're going into our favorite part of the podcast, which is come on, guys, give us sound effects. Which is music for the mind.
Music for the mind. Yes, and Music for the Mind is our segment in our podcast where we like to showcase Malawian artists who are making a positive impact through music. Yeah.
Exactly. And our artist today, one of my a multi-Grammy winner.
Yeah. Don't check that on Wikipedia, by the way.
Kosoma advocate.
Yes.
And my very own co-host, King Kananji.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to stand up for this.
Should I stand? Hey, yeah, it's time. Should I stand?
Can I borrow your phone? Okay. So I'm gonna perform a little song that is on my up and coming project, but I'm gonna need your help. The song is called I Know, but the chorus goes, thank God for you, 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 thank God for you. And you gotta like clap your hands or click your fingers or something. All right? All right, let me.
Understood, guys?
All right, so I'm reading it off the phone, as I said. You're getting like the first listen to it.
You guys
so
are the first listeners.
It's not in the brain yet.
Woo!
All right, so I'm gonna need the finger clicking and the hand clapping. All right. Okay, look, I know a person that's living with secrets. If his people found out, they'd probably delete him. Even though it's in his heart, he'd never dare speak it. Sure, I heard him say it once, but he'll never repeat it. He's under pressure, the stresses of being African, Anglican upbringing. Church never had no love for him. Heart removed from mind and body and soul. Got him a girl so that no one would know. But you can't hide God, found forgiveness. He said, time's hard, I've been soft since infant. Mama knows best and Papa quotes Leviticus. His lifestyle has been wrong since Genesis. And as his nigga, all I can do is listen. Wishing he find a way out. He's trying to pray the gay out. I heard him say out loud, what do I do? Said the man above, judge your love. Thank God for you.
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 Yeah, look, I know some people that's dealing with problems. I know some people that's still at the bottom. I know too much about being forgotten. I know too much about liquor and product. I know too often that things change, and it seems strange to smile when we face this pain in these days and times when we face these trials. Hold your head, my child. Hold your head and be brave, my child, because things change, believe it or not. I'm living testament. Peace to the gods and all my people that's getting it. And if you ain't, I'll keep inking your memory. I'll keep wishing and keep singing your melodies for better days, better days, better days, till we all levitate and the angels say, look what God can do. Amazing grace in your face. Heard them say, thank God for you.
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 And you, and you, and you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's get back to the
The
podcast.
creativity. Okay, I'm seeing your point now.
How are you feeling?
I've put out some creativity out there, and now I'm feeling better.
And how are you guys feeling after that?
Yeah, you like that?
Louder. Woo! Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. All right. So, thank you so much for an amazing music for the mind.
Yeah,
so excited to hear it. So excited for the project coming up. You guys can check out King Kananji on socials, and his music is up on the Soul Lamp website. Speaking of Soul Lamp, the King's Rifles, who Kananji is part of, is performing tonight. So
So be there.
The live sets are amazing. Like I said, yeah.
The songs we're performing later I've memorized, so you won't have to.
All right, so now we know that creativity does boost some kind of good energy within us. It's bringing out the oxytocin, and there's different ways that you can tap into your creativity. Sometimes people will be like, no, I just don't know how to paint, or everyone else knows how to dance except me. You don't have to dance. There's so many ways that you can be creative, and like we said, everyone was born with it in the system, right? It's like a muscle. Once you start working it, it will grow, it will get stronger, and it will contribute back to your well-being, right?
True.
These are some of the ways.
All right. Number one.
Thank you. So the first way that you could boost, and again, guys, this is scientific research. We're not just talking. This is real stuff. We did our homework, yeah? So the first one, which is my personal favorite, anybody who knows me knows that I want a pageant with this, dancing.
If you were here last night, you know Rama and dancing go together. I think there's still some footprints on the dance floor from where you were getting down.
Yeah, so dancing is one of the many ways that you could boost your creativity, right? And it doesn't have to be like dancing in a crowd or in a group. You could be dancing on your own, like in an office when you're stressed out or something. And it is proven.
In the office?
Yes, give me those moves, Sammy. If you have your own office, don't just freak out. Your
coworkers.
Fun fact: my coworker just started dancing. Like, she just got up and started dancing. She had her headphones on, and I was like, do your thing. It's okay. I'm comfortable with it. Go for it. Yeah. But it releases oxytocin, so the happy hormone, get more of that. Like, juice up on it. It's in your system. Why not use it? Yeah, Shamila, yeah.
Free drugs.
And it also reduces your stress. So, like I said, I have another colleague who's just like, when I'm really stressed out, and she works from home sometimes, she's like, when I'm really stressed out, I'll just lock myself in my room, and I start blasting music, and I just dance like crazy, jumping, whatever the case. And then she's like, after that, I'm ready to get back to work because people be testing me. So use dance if that's one of your creativity languages.
Okay, so what's method number 2?
Number 2, something that I just recently dabbled in. This is not about me, guys.
It seems like Rama's podcast. It's not stop being Surviving Malawi now.
I'm just speaking as a witness, right? So the second one is painting. And, there's different types of painting, right? So, like I said, we're talking about Van Gogh. You don't have to be like, I have to paint the Mona Lisa. Yeah. You could just, there's, what do you call it, expressive art, where you just throw paint on and, the abstract art, and, drawing, and the likes. But anyways, painting is very beneficial for you, and it does reduce anxiety by quite a bit. So if you are someone who experiences a lot of anxiety, try painting. I experience a lot of anxiety. You should have seen me before this podcast. I was literally walking around
She's been painting her ass off.
Yeah, but it's very therapeutic, and it reduces anxiety and depression. Yeah. And a lot of counselors actually use this in therapy. Yeah, a lot of clients that they have who are experiencing PTSD of some sort, they do recommend it a lot. That try painting because it's calming. You have to focus. You relax. You're working on a piece of art that is yours, and it also helps you, transfer whatever conflict or trauma that you're experiencing inside onto something outside, which is beautiful, right?
Okay, that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. So method number 3.
Make music.
Yeah, okay. Check. Done and done.
Make music. Again, guys, this is not me saying go and enter the studio and start, jamming. And even if you don't know what to spit or bars or any lyrics, you can just start, working with instruments or joining a band and contributing to that in some sense. But making music is really good for you because it builds understanding of the wider community that you're in. You're contributing to something, it's contributing to you.
Yeah.
So that's a great community building activity as well. Not only are you benefiting mental health wise, but you're also making friends in the process of doing so.
Yeah.
And social connection, fun fact, social connection is one of the other things that really contribute to your mental well-being. So as much as you may also like being alone and having a personal time, take some time to just go out there and interact with some people. You always learn something new,
Facts.
especially about yourself.
Facts. Number.
Zokofest.
Exactly. Number 4.
Yeah, number 4 is what we're doing right now, what we did this morning, being out in nature
Yes.
and exercise. We had CrossFit this morning, outdoors. We had yoga. Just go with it.
Hey, Maxine. I think you can test that. We weren't there, but yeah.
We at Zokofest. Okay, we at Zokofest had CrossFit this morning. There was yoga, later on. We had dodgeball. We had tug of war. We've had so many activities and out in nature. And everyone who participated, I'm sure you guys can attest to the fact that you had maybe some kind of a happy awakening, or you were just
Feeling inspired.
Yeah, you're getting those boosts of oxytocin, guys. That's what it was, right? So the more we are in nature and the more we exercise in it as well, the better our well-being will be. So one thing I like to do is taking walks out in nature, right? And this has really inspired me because I now have a low-key gardening project with this man. And that is because I'm always like, ooh, what are those flowers? Ooh, what are those shrubs? We could put this. But as in, that's a form of creativity for me. I don't get to be creative all the time. I have, an office job that is dealing in program work, and I'm always doing research, typing things up. So when I do get out there and do these things, I get so much joy. And I'm sure you guys who are also out in the nature and doing exercise, you also get that boost. You just maybe don't acknowledge it at the time because you're like, I'm just clocking my 30-minute walk. Or I need to walk the dogs. But, savor it. Savor the experience because it's definitely contributing back to your well-being.
Yeah, okay. And number 5.
All right. Number 5 is storytelling. So, yes. So storytelling is awesome because, again, guys, all of these give you oxytocin, yeah? So just, imagine if you're doing all 5.
Exactly. It's buzzing.
But then storytelling, it builds your confidence and it also helps with problem solving. So, anybody who's a storyteller or writes stories or is interested in any kind of literature, that it could be fiction, it could be real, but it's your understanding of it and how you now transfer that into the world is where you start your storytelling techniques, right?
Yeah.
But in the process of that, you're building your confidence to speak publicly, and then you're also like, this problem is really knocking me, but people are not paying attention to this.
Yeah.
So let me write something about it. But the way you tell the story is what's going to engage people, right? If you're like, there's a fuel crisis in Malawi, bas.
End of story.
It's like, we know that. Why am I reading your story or why am I listening to your story? But if it's like, I woke up on a sunny day, I had a nice hot shower, and whatever that leads up to, and then you're like, and then I was about to get into my car, and boom.
Dun, dun,
I
dun.
remembered that I didn't have any gas. How am I gonna move? Do I order a taxi? Do I do what? So storytelling is definitely something that impacts you, but also impacts the people around you. So tap into that. If you have that in your system, tap into it, use that muscle, and get all the oxytocin you can get. Because, it's good.
Again,
really
it's
good.
free, guys.
It's free.
It's free.
Biology gave you that, guys. Hi guys, we hope you're enjoying the episode so far. This episode is sponsored by Preservery, a waste management company that offers garbage collection services. But on top of that, they do very exciting things, recycling and upcycling plastic waste. Blending recycled plastic waste with Chitenje, they bring eco-friendliness and a uniquely Malawian fashion to backpacks, handbags, shopping bags, laptop bags, traveling bags, hustle bags, as well as other cool accessories like wallets and purses. They are located in Balaka but deliver nationwide. So if you want to be stylish while doing good for nature, then contact Preservery owner Kefasi Matiki at 0999-700-402, or you can email him at kfcmatiki@gmail.com. All right, back to the episode.
Exactly. Okay, so I think we've gone through like 5 methods.
Yeah.
I feel like you wanted to introduce an activity for us that involves storytelling somehow.
Yes.
So
Are you guys
maybe
down?
you can give us some
You
little
down?
rules of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna need
Let's take 5.
5.
5 people.
5 people.
5 hands in the air, please.
Give
Otherwise, we're going to
time
start
to
picking people.
creativity, yeah.
Charms, Pindu, please come forward.
Okay, we need
All right,
3
we
more
got 2.
people.
That couch is represented.
We need
I
3 more
saw
people.
a hand up there. Tan. Yes, we got. Tan is number 3.
2 more.
Oh, I saw a latecomer, Frankie. Frankie, you
Hey.
came late. You have to now.
Yeah,
this is your
come through.
punishment. Number 4. And I think for good
Johanne.
measure, where's Johanne?
He's there.
Johanne, yes.
Oh, no, we got a number 5. Sorry, Johannes, okay, you can continue.
Okay, it's fine, it's fine.
it's
You
okay.
got number 5.
Don't worry
Okay.
about it. Oh, we're gonna have 6, actually. Come through.
Come through, guys.
It don't
We
matter.
just need you for 5 seconds, minutes.
It's a safe space. Don't worry about it. The activity is storytelling.
Everybody give them a hand as they come forward. These brave, brave, brave souls.
Wow, we didn't balance there.
All right, you guys can come here. Okay.
Up front.
Oh, we're going to do an activity.
Yeah.
Rama is going to tell us the rules of this activity.
Okay, so like we said, storytelling is really, really great for you. Oxytocin boost,
Y'all ready?
confidence boost,
Yes.
problem solving boost. What? Oh, yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the rules are, I'm gonna start a story. Some of you may have played this before. I'm gonna start a story, and then once I stop, the next person has to continue from where I stopped. But it's your own story from there. So you can take it in any direction. So if I said I took a walk and you're like, yeah, and then I sat down, that's fine. But as in like add another twist to it, make it as creative as you can, right? And as ridiculous as you want.
Make it hard for the next person, basically.
Exactly. And again, this is meant to be a fun activity, yeah?
Yes.
This is meant to be a fun activity. So part of storytelling or storytelling practice, you have to enact what you're telling. So you have to physically be telling the story as well. Yeah?
So give us the actions, whatever
Yeah.
adjective you're describing.
Yeah? You guys ready? You ready? Okay, cool. Once upon a time, I was heading to the office and I was driving, and then some random squirrel like jumped into the road. Then I was like, no, that's a dog. And then I was like, it's too fast. I'm speeding. What do I do? Do I go off track? Do I continue? I love dogs.
And then I thought to myself, do I have the time to be concerned with this? So I assessed the situation and I was like, with everything that's going on, all the things I have to do, queuing up for fuel, running errands, going this and that, I thought maybe it's just time to prioritize me, and instead I will drive onto my errands, onto my queues, and let this monkey sort itself out. So I went on my adventure and I thought, what's the first thing that I need to do to get started on my day so that, I take all the boxes off of my to-do list. And I thought
I must be mad. Because first it was a squirrel, then it was a dog, then it was a monkey, and then when I got to the office, I heard that on the road that I passed, it wasn't actually a monkey, it was a person. And then I learned that it was a person person that I hate the most in the whole wide world. And then there was a party at my neighbor's house.
And then I felt really bad for this person because they were a squirrel, dog, and then monkey. But, they were actually human. So I drove back and I was like, hey, what happened? Why'd you jump in front of me? And he's like, hey, I was just asking for a ride so I could go to Zokofest. I was like, oh, shit, I'm actually heading in that direction because I changed my mind. There was no work or whatever it is that I was going to do after that. And then this guy jumped in and then, we were driving, go to Zokofest. And then the first thing I did was go and get Miss Grande cocktails. And I started swimming nude, guys. And then I looked at myself and I thought, oh my God, what the fuck did I do?
And then I thought, let me get to the pretty nitty-gritty of the story. I am here and I am new. I'm a stranger. Eccentrically, I don't know anybody, apart from the friends that I came with. So I was just looking around, trying to see who I wanted to talk to. So I saw my friend Eric, he makes shoes, so I was just right there hanging, chit-chatting. And then I met Matthew, somebody that I really know, and then he was just right there. He's like, yo, we should shoot a video. And I'm like, yeah, bro, this is really dope. Like, all the people who are here, man, that seem cool, and the video will be pretty cool. And I was like, yeah, you're down? Yeah, let me get food first. And then I went to grab my food.
And then dragons. There was a dragon in the backyard. Rich, why do you have a dragon in the backyard? And Rich says, don't worry. It's either a dog, a monkey, a squirrel, or a person.
So the dragons were amazing. Absolutely incredible. And then I got amnesia and didn't even remember anything.
But then I was taken to the hospital where a nurse took care of me and brought me back to good health. And she revealed to me that the squirrel, the monkey, the dragon, the dog were all me. Dun, dun, dun.
The end.
The end. Guys, give them a hand. Give them a hand. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. That was great storytelling. You can go.
Please return it.
Give them another hand. A round of applause. A round of applause. A round of applause. Exactly.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. You are boosting that oxytocin.
And feeling good.
What you say is to drugs. The ones that are built in your system already.
Exactly.
Huh?
The free ones. The free ones.
They're free drugs.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I saw about a couple people laughing. We were laughing. It was just a positive experience, even if there was anxiety around getting up on stage. I hope you guys had fun with it. Built a little more confidence as well if you were shy. Also, a community was supporting each other. So there's a lot of benefits from things like storytelling and all the other things we recommended. So now we're heading to the end.
The end of our podcast. So just to recap what we've discussed. So at the beginning, I was an asshole. I wasn't on your side. But I think you showed me how mental health and creativity work hand in hand.
Yes.
And I think I also have a greater understanding of like what it means when you face that, that wall as a creative person.
Yeah.
Especially living in Malawi, and how and the things you can do to boost your creativity and also improve your mental health. So I started on this side of the fence. Thank you very much. I've been converted.
All right. So this is the end of our live podcast.
Yeah. Give yourselves a hand, guys. Give yourselves a hand. You've been a great audience.
I know. Shout out to Zokofest again for putting
Max
all
and-
this together. Max and Rich and team, you guys are awesome.
Yes.
Everybody who's here.
We appreciate you. So,
anyways, how you could find us?
Yeah.
Like we mentioned, we're online. Our podcast is free. You can find us on Spotify as the Surviving Malawi podcast. You can find us on Google Podcasts, on YouTube, and you can also find us on social media. We have a Twitter, Facebook,
Is it X or Twitter now? What are we
X.
saying? Are we saying X?
Whatever.
Is anybody saying X? Nah.
Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, and Instagram. So on Twitter and YouTube, you can find us at Surviving Malawi. And then on Instagram, you can find us at Surviving_Malawi.
Yes.
Yes. And then...
So yeah, our job
Getting
is
to
to
share resources.
give the information.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're sharing information right now, right? So if you or anyone that you know is going through any mental health challenges, we do have, well, it's not as new now, but it's an operating response unit at KCH, which is Kamuzu Central Hospital. They offer pro bono services, so anybody that you know who may not be in the best space to afford such services, please do recommend that to them. You can go and see somebody. And also sometimes people are not as excited to go to a public institution, so even if you go there, they can recommend you to a private counselor who's also offering pro bono services.
Great.
Yeah. And then if you are somebody or you know somebody who's contemplating suicide, we do have toll-free numbers that you can call in times of, when you're really contemplating it, or if you're having any troubles, you can call 54747.
54747.
Yep. And for anyone who may have attempted suicide and is in desperate need of medical attention, you can dial 118 and, emergency services will come and assist you.
118. So yeah, keep those numbers in your head.
And if you just go on our social media as well, you can find these resources. So if you didn't write it down, don't worry, it's out there. You can find us and check us out. But other than that, thank you guys so much. You've been amazing, and enjoy the rest of the festival.
Whoa! Zokofest!